WGU-isms. Now, I bet you're wondering what a WGU-ism is. Let's find out. C720, Operations and Supply Chain Management. Now, since I started WGU, this is the course that I have avoided like the plague. And it is mostly because almost everybody, like 80% of the people that I've seen talk about this course, talk about it in a way of, this is the course that makes or breaks people. It is one of the harder courses at WGU, and people, I would say more people than not, absolutely hate this course. So what did I think about it? I honestly didn't feel like it was that bad. It is like other business core classes where it's very dense. There is a lot of information that you have to take in. But I've had a rougher time with other courses. I didn't think this course was too awful bad. So it's got like 9 different units in it. Part for the course, I didn't touch the reading material. I don't even know if I need to keep saying that. But I didn't touch the reading material. Everybody said the videos will get you by. So I think there's like 6 topics to know videos, which by the way, those are really well done. I've never seen videos like that done on any of the cohorts. They're not, I guess not really cohorts, they're kind of like more tightly packaged, more production, like good production level videos, and they're pretty short, but they give you kind of like a quick, here's this, and this about this unit. And I think there's like 6 of those, but they're really well done. And then there's another like 6 or so, 7 maybe, cohorts that go more in depth to each individual unit. Now, even with those like 6 units or whatever, some of them are like 20 minutes long, some of them are like 40 minutes long or something like that. But the only issue really with them is it is just like rapid fire concepts at you. I mean, they go into it enough for you to pass the course, but you have to really pay attention and you have to take good notes. If you're the type that does well with notes, but I kind of got to take notes. But I actually had to watch a lot of those a couple of times over, just because, like I said, it's a very dense course, but they did compact it into some pretty relatively short cohorts. So it's just like just in time, pull and push, and forward and backward integration. Like it's rapid fire of this concept, this concept, this concept. So you really have to pay attention and maybe even watch some of those videos a couple of times over to really kind of get a grasp on it. Because like I said, it's a very dense course, so I can understand why people have had issues with this course. Now, a couple of things to really focus on. They tell you in some of them that you need to focus on the philosophers. There's probably, out of a 77 question test, there was probably only like a handful of questions about the philosophers. So you should have a general idea of who they are and what their kind of like philosophies are in this, but I wouldn't say it's something to spend too much time in. The Six Sigma, that's something that you should really focus on. Just in time is really big. The planning systems and scheduling and forecast, that's really big. Almost all of these units, I can't really say honestly to you that any of these units are ones that you can pass up, because again, like the OA that I took and the OA you take might be different, but it did seem like there was a pretty good sprinkling of everything in this course in the OA. So I'm pretty sure if you go into look at the competencies, like if you take the PA, it gives you a percentage of, okay, unit 1 is 10% of the OA, unit 2 is 20%, it'll tell you that in the PA. But I'm pretty sure all of the units, like unit 1 through 9, all are pretty equal, which is unusual because usually with OA courses, the OA of a course, it's like one section will be like 30%, and then the other couple of sections will be like 10, 20%. But all of these were pretty well spread out. So you're going to have a good sprinkling of every single unit within this course. Maybe that's another reason why people struggle with it. There's a couple of math questions in the OA, so I would take your calculator, or if you don't care to use the one that's provided on the OA, that's fine too. I just think that one kind of sucks, so I like using my own calculator. But yeah, there's a little bit of math. There's a little bit of like social responsibility and ethics in here, which is kind of weird because I didn't really see anything about ethics in the cohorts, but whatever, because those questions are kind of common sense questions, so they're kind of giveaways. But yeah, overall, the question or the OA wasn't that bad, but now to get on to WGU-isms. Now, WGU-isms is a term that I have coined, and I'll explain to you what it means. So, you'll get this a lot on a lot of different courses and OAs in WGU, where they'll ask you a question, and then they'll give you 4 answers as they do. The 4 answers will all be very similar, and all of them will be right. But they don't want just something that's right. They want something that's the most right, or the most pertinent, or that pertains to the specific course, which I hate that they do that. So for example, say you have a question on an OA that says, what is water? You might have A, wet, B, H2O, C, liquid, or D, the thing that gives life to all living creatures. Now, which one is right? All of them are right. But they don't want the one that's just right. They want the most right. Do you see what I'm saying? It is by and large the most frustrating part of taking OAs at WGU, because I don't believe that that's a good way to gauge how smart somebody is, or if they have absorbed the material, or if they understand a concept. Because it's a trick question. I know I've harped about it in other videos, but I don't like the trick questions. You know, that's not how you gauge if somebody understands the concept, is by like trying to pull one over on them. You know, they just give them the question, give them 3 wrong answers and 1 right answer, and see which one they can, they come up with. Don't try to like, pull the wool over their eyes, or it's so frustrating to me. But I'm done bitching about it. But it's just something that you need to be aware of. Is this OA specifically is heavy with them? You have to very carefully read the question, figure out which answer is the best, I guess, for what they might be looking for. I'll tell you another thing to look out for is, or not look out for, but just that might help you pick the right answer is, most OAs follow the timeline of the unit. So like if you take the PA and they have like 5 questions for Unit 1, and then they'll move on to 5 questions for Unit 2, that might, if you remember what order each individual topic goes within the units, then it might be able to help you decipher, which question they're more specifically looking for. Like if I think they go over in just in time in like the very last unit. So if you're on question 1 and just in time seems like it might be the right answer, but you're only like 3 questions into the OA, then it's probably not just in time. Just by simple fact that just in time isn't until later into the course, and you're at the very beginning of the test. So it's kind of rambly, but I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's all I really have for you guys. This course took me about 11 days. I probably should have done it sooner, but to be honest with you guys, I was kind of scared because of everything I've heard about this course. I was worried that I was going to fail it and have to do a retake plan. I didn't want to do that. So I probably over-prepared a little bit for this course, but I just wanted to make sure that I knocked it out. But yeah, that's all I would say to do. Watch the cohorts and the topics to know. Take good notes. Take the PA. Study and rewatch the videos on the things you didn't do well on, and you should be alright to take the OA. That's all I have. I'm moving on to employment law next, and everybody says that's only a couple-day course. So that shouldn't take me too long, and I should be back here to make another video. So I'll see you guys in the next one.